Right guys, welcome back to the Regal Gentleman studio. Today we've got Joel in the chair. How you doing, man?
Not bad.
You good? Yeah, I'm good, thank you, mate. I'm good. So, what's the plan? What are we doing today?
Think about going for a mullet.
Okay.
Yeah, so I know it's a bit curly now. It's usually wavier when it's settled. But yeah, mid-fade mullet. If you think that works. I'm obviously open to whatever you think.
Okay. Have you got any pictures of what you want, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's have a little look. What are you thinking?
I saw these at first, but his hair is like most similar to mine, a bit wavy.
Okay.
Wavier than his, but these are straight hair, so
Yeah. Okay.
just and the way probably the way that they're faded in to the back, not so much of a harsh cut into the mullet, but faded in.
Okay.
Something a bit like that.
Okay.
That's the closest one I could find.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Whatever's lowest maintenance.
What are you looking to do at the top? Because that's obviously the sides and the back. Yeah. What are you thinking of doing at the top?
Whatever you think's best, to be honest. Because it's a bit curlier, if it's a bit bigger or lower, I don't mind.
Okay. You've literally just got a mullet in mind, that's it, haven't you?
Yeah.
Nothing else. All right.
Basically, whatever you want with the top.
All right, no worries.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I mean, the top itself, it's. I mean, to be honest, it's entirely up to yourself, really, what you want to do with it. It's not really up to me, because you're the one doing it every day, you know. In terms of the mullet itself, though, obviously, that's going to be the focal point of the haircut itself. When you say low maintenance, you've got to put some maintenance into it. You can't just have a mullet and then just like expect not to do nothing with it. You've got to do something, right? Yeah. Obviously, that picture you showed me, that's a lot of blow drying and a lot of styling. Yeah. I don't think he done that himself. Right. Personally, I feel that's been styled for him because the separation's too strong on the sides. I think I'd struggle getting that personally. So obviously, we need to take into account your hair texture, because if you're going to get something like that, that's almost like straightened out, essentially. And to straighten it out will take a lot of effort, especially to the back. Anyway, if I was you, if you want something low maintenance and effortless, for one, it's kind of not realistic because everything takes a bit of effort. You know, to get any look like that, they've all been styled. You know, every single one of them. So you probably have to put some effort into it. I think if I was you, right, you're better off going with whatever your hair texture wants to do, because that's the only way it's going to be low maintenance. But yeah, let's get the mullet cut in first and see what you think.
Yeah, sure.
Have you ever had one before?
Nah, first time.
Okay, first time. Okay. Yeah. Are you sure you'll like it?
I don't know, but I wanted it for a while. I wanted it since lockdown, but I didn't get it, so I was like, all right. As well. Yeah. Well,
we'll do that first, and then obviously we'll cut the top in and everything else from there as well. Sure. How short do you want the fade to be on the back and on the sides themselves?
I used to get skin fade, but I don't really like skin fades anymore. What do you think? Do you think it will suit the haircut?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like the only thing we've got to be careful of is if we're doing skin, is your beard's really thick and it concaves quite a lot here when you look straight on.
Yeah, that's why
it comes down.
That's why I started getting them when I started getting my beard. It just looked too much.
I think it just depends on what you'd be comfortable going down to. Personally, I'd probably say to manage the length through here to make sure we balance the face shape in, I'd probably say no shorter than the 1.5 max. You know, that's what I'd say. Because the thing is, at the end of the day, let's do that and then let's see what happens. Because we could do a 1.5 and it could look great, and then I could just say, all right, let's just taper it into skin, and then it might actually balance out all right. Okay. It's just that concave there. I just want to be careful. I would probably say keep it before scalp exposure just to start with, and then let's see where we go from there.
Yeah, sound good.
Sound good, yeah? All right, cool, man. Let's do it. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll start by cutting the mullet in. That's probably the best thing to do. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to horseshoe section this to start with on the sides like that, and just start as though I'm going to do a horseshoe, just like that. What I'm going to do is cut this straight over the top like that, right? Straight over. And this is where we've got our graduation from the mullet into the top, and this is where we're also separating the sides and the back as well. So now I'm not going to separate the mullet from the sides because I want to graduate this in, because I think when Joel was showing me the pictures, I think you said you liked the way it was kind of blended in, didn't you? You didn't like the kind of mad separation on the side. So yeah, so we need to kind of go for a bit of a connection into the back as well, into the mullet. So again, keeping it on a slightly less harsh an angle. So just blending it from like this point here and working it through. What's this bit of your fringe here? Have you trimmed that bit yourself there?
The front, yeah.
What happened there?
So it's only on one side.
Okay.
So usually barbers they get really like flustered on what to do with it.
What's this bit here? What do you know?
Yeah. So it grows like this. It's quite long.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's not on that side.
So you just shave it off?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. I mean, if in doubt, get rid of it, like, I guess. But what's wrong with that side? I don't understand what's wrong with it. Like, why is that bit shaved out? I don't get what the problem area is. Like. Yeah,
I don't know. It grows on that side, sorry, but it doesn't grow here. I just did it today, so.
You cut it yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You done it today?
Yeah.
You coming here though?
No, because I've always had to do it because barbers They just leave it after.
Oh,
Or they
okay.
push the hairline back to get rid of it, and then it's just really high.
Ah, okay. I mean, it's more of a problem when you have to keep doing it over and over again, to be honest.
I suppose so, yeah.
It's just quite a chunk of your fringe that's gone, that's all. That's all I'm worried about. Okay. Well, we have to work with it, I guess.
It's my bad.
No, it's all right. It's all good. It's just try not to cut into your fringe. Essentially, I mean, I don't know why barbers would find that. I can't see what the problem would be, but I've never come across a fringe that I've had to shave out to get rid of a problem. I've never come across a problem in someone's hair that bad that I've had to shave it off, because it doesn't even look like a cow's lick. It just looks as though your hair just grows in a slightly different shape, but like nobody's hairline grows perfect, mate. It's always worth it. It's just because you just don't have to go over it yourself all the time. Do you know what I mean? If you leave your hair just to grow out naturally, well, I mean, look, at the end of the day, it's your fringe, man. You can do whatever you like with it, but personally, I wouldn't do it just for the upkeep of it. Do you know what I mean? Personally, but again, it's just however, if you've had it done the whole time, then it's obviously something that you're used to. So it's it's first for me. That's all.
I mean, the only reason I do cut it myself is because I never did it before. I just left it, but then the barbers line it up. And then it goes too high, so I just cut it myself so that they don't push it up.
But let's move on to the sides anyway. So let's start by taking the back and sides, well, the sides themselves down a bit shorter. So I'm going to start just doing some clip over comb first, just to remove the bulk. Working just below the temple. And taking this down. As you see, the angle that I'm working on is the angle that I want the connection of the mullet to be towards the back. I'm still leaving enough length on this corner here that I can still connect the top into as well. So I'm going to start with a 2. I'm going to work up into my guide here, like that. Then onto my 1.5. Like that up. And I'm going to cut it around the ears now just to start to build that shape up as well. So how long have you been considering a mullet for? Did you say from late lockdown or something?
Yeah, it's a couple of years now.
Nice. So what haircut did you used to have then? You said you used to brush it back on top, is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, so I went from quick so pre-lockdown to with skin fades to scissor cut, like long sides and back.
Oh, nice.
To mullet now.
Oh wow, nice, man. Nice little journey there, mate.
Yeah. So
I'm just sharpening up the sideburns. I don't push into hairlines, just so you know. I just tend to try and strengthen them up a little bit for you. I know they can be a bit of a nightmare if you go too far back and so on. So I tend to not try and push too much. I tend to just try and strengthen it a touch there like that. So you get a nice sharp finish, but nothing that's too stubbly in a week, you know. Now, as you see, if you do that, I've still connect that in. So do you know what's hidden when you do a photo? So if you do that, it all looks blended in. But in reality, it's actually not done yet. So that's what I was trying to say to you about them photos. They look good on photos, but actually in reality, sometimes they don't look good straight on. Just want you to see how an image can fool you sometimes into believing that's how the cut is. Whereas actually you've still got a little bit of work to do on this to get that mullet sitting right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect this in a bit more now and start to blend this down. All right. So even if you push it back, it looks good, but even if you leave it down, it looks great as well. Because I think low maintenance, just give it a little scrunch, let it fall, it'll look awesome. I'm just going to connect it on this angle here like that. Make sure this is sitting nice too. Cut this nice and straight. So this graduates into length down the bottom. So you see how much nicer that looks now just by connecting that in a bit. And then what we'll do, we'll work around the ear. And we'll start to graduate this all the way down to the bottom now as well. So as that sits down, that sits nice. And even if it does this, it looks nice too. But it also looks nice as it sits down too. I'm going to work to the center. I'm going to work on this side now. So I'm going to work straight down sections and just cut some shape in. So we want to try and leave the length at the bottom and take away the length at the top up here. And this is what's going to create that proper mullet for Joel as well. So what we do, angle our fingers our fingers go towards the top of the head, and our knuckles come away, and this creates that graduation. See, the bottom becomes the longest point. So there's that side, the shave, and then all the texture put in there, and then there's that side without any texture put in. So it's all long layers. Okay. I think we could go away with going short if you wanted to. Just the options there, because now that's all cut in, that's all balanced. We could go down to maybe like a 0.5.
0.5. Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Should we do that?
Yeah.
Give that a go. All right, cool. So just do a nice. So the stretch blend with the 0.5. Go straight in with the half. And blend that up into the 1.5. I just wanted to make sure we could do it before I did it, just in case it didn't look right, you know? At least now it kind of gives you a little bit of balance. I'm just taking that a little bit tighter down the bottom there.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, happy with that, yeah? Because now we're still working with that shape of the face. All right. Pull this over direct. So we get that nice graduation. You see I'm pulling everything round. Graduates more length down the bottom. On this back. So we're keeping the length down the bottom there. And we continue back from this side now. Now you can see the difference in here where we've put the texture and the shape in, compared to how heavy that bit is there. So we just continue from the centre, and we just continue to take the length up from the top up here near the crown, and then just angle it and get rid of that kind of middle. Because the top's got quite a bit of short length to the crown there. It's this middle bit here that's got a lot of length to it. You can see. Take that away. And then leave what's coming through on the nape to really show off that mullet. Perfect. So both sides look the same now. Both cut in. So you've got the shape through here, which really complements your face shape, but you've still got a nice mullet sitting through the back. All right. Now I'm going to raise that a little touch, just bring it up a little bit more texture, and then we'll cut the top down. So into the top then. Now you're seeing the shape coming along through the back and sides. How would you like to style the top yourself? And what would you like to do to it? Day to day.
Question.
Like, would you like it just to be kind of? Would you like it just to be like textured and kind of like cut into the same idea we do in the back, or do you want to? Would you like to take it like a lot shorter and be able to have it quite messy, or what are you feeling?
Probably not too much off.
Not too much off. Yeah. Okay. Maybe just cut and balance the shape out so you can kind of keep growing it out if you want to or something. Yeah. Probably. All right. Cool, man. So have you told anyone you're getting this cut in?
I told my mum.
Did you? Nice. What did she say?
Let's see.
Yeah, well, I think people are hit and miss on mullets, aren't they? They either love them or they hate them. But I think mullets are Marmite though, aren't they? They are kind of like you either love it or hate it. Like I don't think there's an in between really. I think it's some people really suit them, others not so much. I feel like you've got to you've got to have that kind of swag about you that you feel confident with it. You know what I mean? I think that's what you got to do. I feel like you've got that kind of, you seem very laid back. So I feel like that will really help in terms of the way you're like, you know, the way you will be with your mullet. I feel like you'll definitely be able to pull it off. I feel like you've got that real laid back attitude, you know. Would you say that about yourself? Would you say you're quite laid back, or?
Yeah, would agree.
Yeah. Perfect, right. So let's just cut and balance the top out there, shall we? Give you a little bit of movement on there.
Sure.
So what I'm going to do, start from the right hand side. I'm going to connect this down to that corner. So you see quite a bit of length gel coming off these corners. Don't panic though, because we're going to maintain a lot of length through the top there, okay? So I'm going to bring this down to our lowest point down the bottom here. So you see, just taking that amount off. I'm just going to pull this out away from the head. So I'm not cutting the underneath. And I'm not taking away from the mullet. This is just adding a slight connection in to the sides for you there. There we go. So that's still sitting as that curls up. That sits right on that corner there. So you see, you've got a little bit of length, but you've got a connection point within a bit of disconnection coming from the front. So this is where we've got a connection from the section underneath, but a disconnection from the top. So what that's going to do is give you a bit of drop. So it's going to fall quite nicely inside. As you see, as that curls up, that sits just on the blend point. So it shows off the fade on the side, but it still maintains that nice square shape. Pull it over from the mullet. And it gives a nice connection through there as well. So what products are you using in your hair at the moment to start it?
Not too much really.
Okay.
Natural most days. If I want a bit of hold, a bit of clay. Yeah. That's it really.
Bit of clay. Okay. So is that the sort of finish that you like? That kind of matte kind of finish? Yeah. Okay. Cool, man. Are you letting it air dry as well? Is that what you're doing, sir?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Now I think at the length you're at now, what you're probably better doing is getting a product that you put in when your hair's wet and you let it dry in, more than trying to put it on when it's dry. Because the thing is, I love clay, and I think clay would be great in your hair, but I feel like the longer it gets, the harder it's going to be to apply a clay to your hair, because it just gets heavier and harder. Most clays are quite matte as well. So I think you're probably better going off with something that looks better. When you towel dry your hair, just leave it. It just gives definition. All right, I feel that's all you really need. So let me put a little bit of something at the end so you can kind of see that. All right. And we'll let this just air dry. So I haven't wet this down once since we've washed it. So let's just let it air dry as it would do if you were doing it yourself, you know? Just at the end of for you, okay? I'm just making sure the fringe is connected in there. Right, so how does that length and shape look for you, mate?
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So that's maintaining the majority of the length on top, just cutting the shape in for you so it all falls in. So now you've got that nice square shape, which I think balances in everywhere else. You've got the mullet that falls at the back, so you've got the mullet in there. So yeah, I mean, probably the next best thing to do is just to put some product in, let it air dry, stand out. I'll put a diffuser on just to give you a bit of a sped up version of that. Then if you want to put some clay on, put it on when it's kind of damp. All right. Just working the product through the top. This goes in when it's towel dried, okay? Very light air dry. And hold it over like this to dry it off a little bit more. So you can see you've got proper curls, right? You've got a good head of nice wavy curly hair, and you can see the shape in this. So you pull that out very lightly, that's where it starts to go a bit more wavy. But there's the shape that's in there now. More than it being kind of big and round, the shape is cut in through the back and side. So there's your mullet with as much length in the back as possible, But I think you've got cracking hair, man. I think that looks amazing on you. I really do. I actually think you really suit it, mate, to be fair. What I'll do is I'll blend it down into the beard for you as well. All right. So let me blend that down into there then. So let me take it down short enough that I can still shape it for you. Is that all right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just shaping up Joel's beard as well. Nothing drastic, just to give it a bit more of a cleaner finish to blend in with the fresh cut. Joel said he wants to keep some length in it anyway, so I'm just going to shape it up for him. I'm just working down, like so. And going up against it to actually remove a lot of the thickness. And just do that graduation into the length down the bottom, like that. There we go. Now I'm just going to lay you back now, buddy. I'm just going to build that shape up on the sides for you. Bring this down from sideburns. Right, set you up now, buddy. A little look at that for me.
Oh, yeah.
Just a bit of a tidy for you now.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit more neater into there. But how's everything else looking?
No, that looks great.
Happy, yeah?
Yeah.
I think it looks great, mate. I really do. I think it looks good. I think, honestly, when you're doing something like this and you want something low maintenance, work with your natural hair texture, because you can literally get up in the morning, a little bit of lotion, bit of serum, whatever you want to do, and just let it fall how it wants to. You have no problems then. That's all. All right, man?
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. Do you want any clay on top just to give it a bit of hold, or are you happy with the way it's finished?
Probably a bit of clay.
So as it's still nice and damp, so it's probably about 80% dry like it was before. Wet the clay into it just to give you a bit more hold and a bit more shape as well. So I'll show you what the back and sides look like so you can kind of get a feel for it, okay? Yeah, just working with your natural texture. Happy?
No, it's great.
Looks good though.
Yeah.
Looks nice, man.
I think I found my next haircut for the next couple of years.
I'm telling you, mate, I'm telling you. Let me just show you it from the back and side so you can have a proper look all the way around. Take this off you a sec. Hold this mirror for me. Okay, so let me just wipe that down. There you go. Hold that for me. I'm going to spin you around so you can see it properly from every angle, okay? So, if you lift that up for me, and look in this mirror to see yourself in the mirror behind. There you go. So there's the finish. So that's why it's better working with your curls, because there's no way of getting away from you having curly hair.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But what you get is you get that nice seamless blend. So the mullet, it's still a mullet, but I don't think it's like a drastic anything that's like kind of in your face. You can see you've got one, but it's not like we've done like a zero up to here and just left the back. We've actually given you a shape at the back. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Same on this side. I feel like this is your best side here. We've all got one. I feel like the way your hair grows backwards is nice there as well. But I think that's where you really see the shape of the haircut there. And it blends nicely into the beard at the same time. Happy with that?
No, it looks great.
Does, doesn't it? Looks really good, doesn't it? So we've gone for more of a squarer shape, which I think will go out nicer for you as well.
Yeah.
All right, yeah?
No, cheers, yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
Thank you very much. Amazing. Cheers, bud.
Cheers. Yeah,
Right.
definitely best haircut I've ever had.
Oh, really? Oh, that's very kind. Thanks, man. Thanks. I just wanted to make sure, because it was such a big change for you. I didn't want to just go kind of straight in and just do whatever. Like, some of the photos were looking good, but I think some of them could have been a bit drastic for you, you know? Yeah. And I think that's why it's always good to have the consultation, because we can really kind of get down to the nitty gritty of what it is you actually want to go for and what you can have as well. Because the reality is not everyone can always have what they want. I know I can't have what you've got right now. So I need to kind of sometimes work out what it is I can do with mine. But I'm just glad that you kind of give me that little bit of free rein, but we kept it within the boundaries of what you needed it to. So
That's great.
yeah, that's good, man. I'm glad you like it. Thanks, man.
Great.
Thanks, Joe. Cheers, buddy.